All right, what's going on YouTube? Card Collector 2 coming at you here with a brand new video. And today we are back with another installment of Collections, Card Shops, and Collectors, a series highlighting the best the hobby has to offer. Today, we're out in St. Louis, Missouri to show you guys RBI Crew7 sports cards. Ryan has been a friend of mine in the hobby for a long time, and they certainly have one of the nicest card shops in America. I'm gonna go inside and show you guys everything they are currently working on, and I think this is one you guys are really gonna enjoy. So let's go inside and see what they've got. All right, guys, we are back. We are joined by my friend Ryan Bannister. Ryan, appreciate having us.
Thanks for coming out, man.
So Ryan and Ryan, this one will be fun. But Ryan and I have been friends for quite a while. We've known each other through Instagram, through the card show scene, and Ryan was really instrumental in helping get my shop off the ground. When I first opened and was unable to get a lot of product, Ryan was a big part of that. So first off, thank you for that.
No, you're welcome. I'm happy you did what you did.
So could not have done it without Ryan, but I think this is one you guys will get a kick out of today. This shop is something special, so we'll get into that in a second. But how long have you been here?
So we've been here 2 years. Basically, 2020 we were in Florissant for 8 years. Okay. From 2012 we opened our doors till basically the end of 2019. Then we opened here January of 2020, and then it's over 2 years and 3 months now, I guess.
Crazy.
So yeah, it's been wild.
How long were you at the other place?
8 years.
Wow.
We were there for 8 years in Florissant, Missouri, which is in St. Louis, essentially. Now we're in St. Peter's, O'Fallon area. So.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool. All right, so we're gonna jump right into it. Right when you guys walk in the door here, you'll notice when you first opened, this wasn't here, right?
No, this actually was not even implemented until after it was like January of this past year.
Gotcha.
So this is something we decided after basically Black Friday weekend. So
gotcha. So what's kind of your thought process behind why this got put in?
Well, we realized we were selling a lot of retail. We were selling a lot of blasters, hangers, megas, things of that nature, more affordable things. And let's be honest, when you go to a grocery store, you're walking out of the checkout and you see gum, you see something you want, it's more of an impulse, so you buy it. Well, people walk in, they're looking for this type of stuff. We realize most people don't have $1,000 they're looking to spend on product. We know this. Sure. And on the same token, things were still harder to find even at the beginning of the year at stores. Is Target even carrying anymore? I don't even know. I don't go to the department stores. But my point is, people weren't finding it. We were noticing more families coming in, more kids. We had this stuff hanging here was implemented before. Yep. And then we had a couple sections up there at the top of the store, which you'll see in a little while. But it kind of dawned on me, we got to do something awesome. We got to build this section, because when we did our Black Friday here, we had tables here and people could grab what they wanted. It went well, and I just realized we've got to do something different. And the second we implemented this, it's just been crazy, and we're excited about it. And I think customers love it, because when we notice, first thing people come in, it grabs their attention, like you said. So
yeah, I think it's important because, like you said, you made a good point that not everybody has $1,000 to spend on hobby boxes, and it's product is super expensive. Limited was $450 on release, and you look at F1, it's over $1,000 a box. You look at some of these products, and it's it's not always feasible for people to come in and drop $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 on that kind of stuff. So this is at least a price point for a lot of people, especially kids. Yes. So I think it's important to have a good offering like that. And then you've got this. So this is. Tell us a little bit more about what this is.
Okay, so for years we've been known for bargain boxes. We've always had them. We used to do dime boxes up to 20 boxes. Okay. So essentially we went away from dime boxes, I believe, at the end of last year. We said we're just going to go $1 and up. Well, we always had just kind of what you see over here, the 4 rows. Well, we've been watching a lot of Burbank. The fishbowl was just a genius idea, and I'm jealous because I wish I had just an off section that looks like an office glass room to do this. So we said, let's start doing this, because we realize more and more people are coming in, they're knowing what they want. And we always just said, okay, here's our $1 basketball, here's our $1 football, yada, 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 the best part. But my point is, we started implementing this about 2 weeks ago. This was a project I wanted to start before basically the end of the year. We just got so busy. Sure. So this is the beginning phases. We're actually in production right now for the shelving, which is being customly made by Adam Frankenstein Cards, and my father-in-law is going to help build it. And my wife has a very important part of how it looks, so we're excited. But basically, our vision, which is going to hopefully take place very soon, is along this wall, we're going to remove that and that. It's going to be custom wood shelves. Then there's going to be in the middle, there's going to be a bar area all the way down, which is going to be about 20 inches wide, where people can then take the box they want when they see the player or whatever they want, either put it up there to look or take it from up down, stand up, or they're welcome to sit at the tables. But this is just basically, if they're not priced, they're $1, and that their price is marked for just the star stuff, not the rookies. That's different. But very popular section in our shop. We definitely can never go away from this because our customers love it, and we just have a lot of this inventory that our staff does a phenomenal job of pricing. So this is key because, when, like I said, somebody comes in and get $100, they come over here, they're going to get a lot for their money.
Yeah, sure.
I mean, the Jordan boxes, as soon as we started putting Jordans out, I had a guy walk in the next day and spend like $500 on Jordan cards, $1 to $3 Jordan. So very popular.
We've always been a very big advocate for value boxes in our videos. So yeah, this is great. We definitely try to do something similar here, but I love the, you've got all these different players. You got retired stars, jerseys, autos, Hall of Famers. I think it's great, nicely labeled, color coded by sport.
This is what Burbank does as well. We've taken that idea from them, and I think they do a great job in everything they do. This was key, and again, this is not going to look like this come next 2 weeks. So if you came later, you wouldn't have seen this, but this is just temporary for the time being. So.
Yeah, and I think Burbank's definitely one of those ones that we would love to go see because they do this, like you said, even they're huge. They do all sorts of stuff. So this is really cool. All right, so let's move along. Let's show you guys some of the showcase stuff. Now, you will notice when you come in here, there are very similar to our shop. You've got big tables like this. I actually got this idea from you because I saw these big tables.
My wife.
Yep.
Yeah, so I got it from my wife.
Shout out to Ryan's wife. But we have these in shop, and I think this is just great. It's nice for people to come over and grab boxes, sit down, rip packs. It's just, this is, you want to create that welcoming environment,
Absolutely.
and I think this is important to do so.
100%, no question.
So, very nice tables. I wish mine were this nice. This is. I
don't even think the business is even open anymore.
Is it?
Does. I don't think so.
That's disappointing.
Yeah, I'd love to buy more.
So you can see a little bit of supplies there, but I also noticed you have some here.
Yep.
And one of the things I've noticed that when we've done a couple of these videos is you'll see Vulcan, Beckett, Ultra Pro, BCW. It's a little different now than it used to be 2 or 3 years ago, where you could get whatever you wanted.
You could, yes.
It's a little bit of a hodgepodge of stuff.
Yes, 100%. It's plastic keeps going up. The cost of bringing it in is going up. Shipping's going up. It's harder to find this stuff, and we try to get as much as we can because there's just never enough of this out there for the continued growth of the hobby.
Yep. Shout out to Ryan as well, the Keymaster. This is something we have in our shop. Got this from a man here when they opened their store. I had seen these in shoe stores, but I had never seen them in a hobby shop. Ryan was able to get that, put that in. I think it's awesome. It's a huge hit in our store. So shout out to Ryan for the idea on that. So that's
Shannon,
one of the things,
my wife.
Yeah. So Shannon. So that's one of the things you'll notice, like when we go to a lot of these shops and we talk to each other. Like we get what is it? Flattery. Imitation is the best form of flattery. Like we take a lot of the same ideas from each other. So I think it's great. But yeah, the Keymaster was definitely from Ryan. All right, so moving along, showcases. Yeah. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 full showcases full of stuff. So tell us a little bit about like the selection and kind of the thought process behind these.
Yeah, so the biggest thing, if you notice in our store, is diversity. We try to have as much selection for any collector as we can. Now, I'll tell you right now, I'm weak at hockey and soccer.
Gotcha.
But Tyson, this is basically Tyson's hockey case. Now, there's sometimes we'll put a few things out, but the Blues obviously are big here in St. Louis. They're such a fan favorite, and Tyson does a phenomenal job keeping this case stocked every week. He goes through so many Blues singles, it's unreal. So this is basically our hockey case with a few non-sports that he allows us to put into my case. That's Tyson taking up all the space. But no, he does a great job. So customers come in here every week saying, what is Tyson stock it with? And I'm glad because I don't have time to keep focus on this. I know the Blues are playing well this year, but I don't have time to watch a lot of sports. Sure. Blues, I'll watch some playoffs when it happens, but this is a key essential part.
But you sell a lot of hockey.
A lot of hockey. Basically, this is a big hockey town. I mean, it's a big hockey town, and it's an even bigger baseball town. But hockey is big here. Yes. Very
cool. Yeah, it's very well stocked. A lot of Blues, a lot of nice selection. It looks amazing.
And we've actually had multiple Blues players come in our shop that collect too.
Really?
Yeah. We've had Colton Parayko and a couple of guys come in. So
very cool.
So yeah, it's pretty cool.
All right, and then first one I noticed is baseball. Definitely not our strong suit. I don't know it very well.
Well, it's because you got the Reds, buddy. Let's be honest.
Hey, we have the Guardians too. They were in the World Series.
So yeah, okay, the Guardians. Sorry,
but yeah, a little bit about baseball. You said you're a big baseball shop,
baseball town, everything. This St. Louis, basically we're a suburb of St. Louis. It's just baseball's everything here.
Is that your best seller?
100%. No question. Year-round, baseball is a key seller to us. I think the other sports definitely have picked up, but when you look at the high scope of what football and basketball is doing, I mean, hockey and baseball are the most, in my opinion, more affordable bang for your bucks of what you can get. You can still get a hobby box for under $100 in basically baseball. Hockey's a little harder now with the lack of product, but there's just plenty of baseball. Like Heritage is $100 a box. You know, there's good possibility there that people can come in and say, I got $100 to spend. I want a hobby box. You can't do that when you step into the other areas. So, and being in the St. Louis and a baseball town, yes. I mean, this is a key. Cardinals are massively huge here.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah, and I see you do something. I've only seen this one other place, and the only place we saw it was Sports Card Junction, who we also did this with. But you've got, like, are these by player? These piles by player?
Yeah, some of them, yes. They're just kind of extras that people come in that we could either leave in a box under. We only want to put so many things on the counter.
Okay.
But basically, some of that stuff is by player or by, like, position, I guess you could say. So, obviously, out here, Yadier Molina is the hottest seller. Now, Pujols being back is a major seller. Some of the young guys are hot as well. And then we get the Hall of Famers like Stan Musial, Lou Brock. So, people come in looking for those type of players. More of the greats or more of the ones that are active on the team.
Very cool. And then I noticed, like, when I was looking, that some of them have, like, red dots or numbers, stuff like that. So, like, what is that for?
Okay, so the red dots indicate that it is also available in-store and RBICRU7.com, where you can find our singles as much as our wax and everything else. But that helps us. It's an inventory database for us. So if a customer comes in, do you have a Freddie Freeman? Yeah, well, we've got, how many are you looking for? You know, we have Freddie Freemans in stock. The ones that are red dotted are on the website. The ones that are PFS'd or team bagged, you would say, or whatever they call it these days, those are on eBay.
Okay.
So we have two avenues that these are on, eBay or the website. Now, some things aren't on all of eBay. Cardinals, Blues aren't on eBay. That's all Tyson. Some of the stuff we don't have on, but the majority you're going to find is going to be databated at either eBay or RBICRU7.com.
Wow. Yeah, I noticed there's a lot of them. So that's quite a bit of inventory that you have on multiple places.
A lot of staff doing a lot of work. It's a lot of staff doing a lot of work. Yes.
That's pretty good.
eBay, I handle everything else they handle.
Very cool. Yep. All right, so you got baseball, baseball, baseball. So definitely a lot of baseball, like you mentioned.
And it's in season, so.
Yep. But I noticed, and I noticed this at Andy, I noticed it a lot of shops, like you have a lot of, like it's not all $5, $10, $50 cards. It's, you know, there's a Griffey auto, there's an Ichiro auto, there's Chipper Jones auto. There's some like nice stuff in here. You know, what's your thought process on that? Is it not something like that stuff? Some of it might be on eBay, but a lot of it you want to like stock that in here too?
Yeah, well, like they say in pawn stores, you never know what's going to walk in the door. You never know who's going to walk in. You want to have something for everybody, and you mentioned some great names in sports. I mean, you could buy a nice Griffey auto for $300 to $400. I mean, you know, we try to carry as much diversity as we can. We do have people coming in looking to spend $500 to $1,000 on cards. We have people coming in that want to spend $5 to $10 to $20.
Yep.
You don't know. I'm not looking to carry too much higher than $1,000, maybe a few things every now and then. But most of it, like I said, it's on eBay, and not everything that is on eBay is out here. If it's super high end, I don't really want it out in the case because we don't have somebody walking in and saying I want to buy a $10,000 card.
Yeah, sure.
You know, those are saved. Those type of cards are usually saved for the bigger shows like the National, Chicago, St. Louis, Indy, things we do of those shows. We have a separate show inventory, so if it's not here, customers can just ask us, what do you have for Ronald Acuna autos? I've got 15 in my back stock. Well, which one would you like? We only want to put out so many. I don't need to put 15 Ronald Acuna autos out, but I need to have one or two right now. I need to have a couple Vlad Jr. autos out, which I think I need to put more out because he just went off the other day and we sold all of them. But we want to make sure we have a little something for everybody, and that's always my job, is to make sure that we are stocked fully and our staff does their part. But my part is what you're mentioning, those type of cards, I handle that. As a collector, as much as anybody loves this, I do love and care about this hobby more than anything, and you and I are both the same way. I know what it's like for a collector looking for something. I want to make sure I have that out there for them. So,
all right, so showcases are stocked full. Like you said, there's a ton of different sports here. But the thing you notice when you first walk in this place, for sure, is the product. You have so much volume, just so much selection, right? Football, basketball, baseball, hockey especially. But then you've got, you know, F1, golf. You've got Sports Kings, Super Glow, Historical Edition, Pokemon, Star Trek, Game of Thrones, everything. Kind of would love your insight on why so much selection, why so many different things. Just, you know, how did it? Because I know when we first met, it wasn't like this.
No, it wasn't like
how
this.
How did we go from there to this, and why?
I have a buying problem, that's how. No, but basically, you know, as we continue to grow, and the thing is, we passed on a lot of things throughout the years that exploded. I passed on Metal Universe Marvel. I passed on so many other things in the past that really blew up. And I'm like, I just took the mindset of, I need to just care about anything I get offered, you know, almost within reason. I mean, I've got kids now and they love Pokemon. I've got nephews. We see so many kids come in that want to get the Pokemon packs. Yep. So we've dove into that pool. We're behind the curve because of the allocation on it, but we're doing our best. But we'd like to have something for everybody. I mean, that's what you're going to get when you come in here. You know, it is a sports shop, one, but we have, like you said, other things that aren't sports related because a dad may be coming in to get his thing, but his kid may want Marvel. His kid may want Pokemon. His kid may like Star Wars. And I love Star Wars. You're a Star Wars guy. Yeah. So, I mean, so we want to have those things. If we're able to buy those and bring them in, why not do that? So I try to have something for everybody as my goal. And I don't like to say no. So that's another thing. It's like, yeah, you know, I'll take it. And then it'll come in. The guy's like, why did you buy this? And then they'll laugh. Then I'll be like, I don't know. We're probably going to go great with it. And it's sold out in a week. We're like, what? I mean, I don't always get it right. But, you know, we like I was the historical edition, the past pieces went light, sold through it, and I just tracked down more. It just did so well. The customers like it. They get bang for the buck what you get. You just never know what a product's going to do its first time. Yep. You don't know if it's going to be not worth the money or it's going to be a great buy and somebody's happy opening it. You just don't know what it's going to heal, and you want to make sure that customer leaves, the collector leaves with an experience, and they obviously I want everybody to pull something great. I don't want anybody to have a bad box. And I'm sure you'd feel the same way. Sure, we can't control what's inside, but we can control what we bring in for you, and then the rest is on you. And I have a wonderful staff who's very knowledgeable in just about everything here that can, you come in with questions, we can answer about everything. Like I said, I have guys strong in soccer. I have somebody strong in hockey, football. I mean, just everything. If somebody comes in asking about that particular sport, if that other person's here, I'm going to say, hey, Tyson, this gentleman's got questions about hockey, or this lady's got questions about baseball for her husband, Brandon, or any of my other guys I know. So I like to have something for everybody. I also like to have my staff knowledgeable with all this. And again, all this stuff is also on our website, RBICRU7.com, as much as the singles. So
yeah, this is something else. This is what I'm trying to build. It's crazy. There's just, I mean, you come in and you're like, hey, do you have this? And there's a good chance, you know, the answer is yes, because you look around and it's like Star Wars Masterpiece, AEW.
Masterwork, come on.
Yeah, Masterwork, sorry, I don't even know. The Mac Attack, Super Glow, Sage Aspire. I mean, it just, there's so much. There's packs, singles. I mean, this is, like I said, this is what we're trying to build. This is where we got so many of our ideas from. So this is, it's super cool to see in person. All right, so before we wrap it up, want to get your take. We ask everybody this one when we end it. You've built something remarkable here. This store is
Thank you.
Super incredible, but it didn't happen overnight, right?
No,
this has been 10 years. So knowing what you know now, what piece of advice would you give yourself if you were starting over today?
Honestly, just relax and just enjoy it. I mean, I'm a go-getter, and the thing is, I love what I do. And you don't know what the future's going to hold. You really don't. We never knew that the boom was going to happen. We didn't know how this was going to play out. But not since day one that I've opened, I'm still passionate. I love what I do. And the one piece of advice I can give to anybody is this isn't a job. You're not working for somebody. This is essentially your child. And I care about this business, this industry, this hobby more than anything. And the thing is, you just got to wake up every day and just go get it and love what you do and just have great people around you, and then continue to have better people in your life that you talk to. Like you said, we talk all the time, the relationships that we all have. There's so many aspects of this industry that people don't even see. They see this, they don't see the behind the scenes.
Yeah, sure.
And I do with a lot of stress. I mean, you can see that. I think you saw it yesterday. But man, I just love what you do. I mean, the thing is, you love what you do. You don't work a day in your life, but you work 80 hours a week. I work 80 hours a week, and I have a family I go home to. But just got to love what you do. I mean, if you don't love this and you're not into this for this, then this isn't for you. I mean, that's the thing. You don't want this to be just a corporate job that you're miserable with. Yeah. You want to wake up every day and build that experience for other people, but make that experience still great for you inside. So that's what I would say. And just in many aspects, we can go on all day about all this stuff. It's 10 years. This is 10 years racked in my head of just what I would say to a younger me or just somebody open up. But I mean, I think that's the biggest thing to me is just love what you do in this.
That's awesome. All right, so where, as we wrap it up, where can people find you?
Social media, Instagram and Twitter at RBI Crew7, Facebook RBI Crew7 Sports Cards and Collectibles, RBICRU7.com, and eBay scarce insert. But we're St. Peters, Missouri. Like I said, just a suburb of St. Louis. I think we're 20 minutes from the airport in St. Louis. So.
Yep, 21 minutes.
21 minutes, you got it. So
appreciate having us.
Hey, thanks for coming out, Ryan. Appreciate it, man.
Thanks, guys. That's all I got for now. Peace, guys.